Gapjil means that a person with a relatively superior position, such as a boss, subordinate, part-timer, and customer, does wrong to the other person. I was talking that more than 97% of Korean workers have experienced Gapjil before. That means that there are a lot of people who do it to others. Gapjil. Hello, this is the Fantastic Todd who tells you the one you wanna know. Gapjil means that a person with a relatively superior position, such as a boss, subordinate, part-timer, and customer, does wrong to the other person. I was talking that more than 97% of Korean workers have experienced Gapjil before. That means that there are a lot of people who do it to others, Gapjil, but they only think of what they have been through and they don't think about where they were and how they were able to do it. The higher the tenure and the position, the greater the importance of administrative task than practice. When someone has to work for someone else one day, it becomes more likely. At this point, it will determine what a person becomes: character, personality. Especially if you are working for a large company, you will be exposed to this situation. It means you will be able to do the Gapjil to your supplier if you want. The primary vendors in a large company are going to be secondary vendors or component suppliers. The English character is condescending. In English, it's usually used to mean the fraud, assume, airs. Listen how they are used Gapjil overseas. In Korea, our society's Gapjil has become known abroad, right? Gapjil, as you hear it in other countries, Gapjil has become as famous as Jaeber and Makjang drama. Playing with a smile. Many companies loud and plead their partners. We have to think about whether they really think we are partners. Win-win process. That's what it looks like from the outside. Some companies are smiling with a smile, with a friendly voice, playing with a smile. For instance, just like this, with a friendly voice, they say the price of a competitor's product went down the last week. You have to lower your price too. They don't want to hear about your situation and they don't want to do it. In today's competitive world, there is no other option to survive. What if you only work without a specific explanation? It didn't give me the information that I'm telling you to do exactly that. But I'm not able to do it with that information because you don't have an insight to work accurate, because you don't know the categories of work. It's the leader's job to make consistent judgment depending on the situation. Can you let me check in when I get to work tomorrow? To supplier all night long. Please contact us through a group chat. Why don't you Kakao Talk? The group chat 40 people, CEO including all people, continuously sneering at partners who do not use Kakao Talk on business 50 times or more. In the group chat window, give personal business instructions here. If you are a good team leader, you have to be suspicious. The company says that team leaders sometimes make the bringing and disadvantageous employees of its subordinate who do not use the Kakao Talk on a business basis. Depending on your mood, you give other channels the feedback and contact you need to give to your current contact. They try to control their information by creating their own double channels as needed. It's normal for every workplace to have to go through an internal corporate verification process after a meeting. They make sarcastic remarks to me. They say you cannot go to a meeting without authority to decide. I think we need to think about it from the perspective of the person who is being treated. The character of a person who takes the Gapjil. There is a psychology that wants to be superior to others in the conventional psychology of human context, and of course they want to be treated. One of the most common things about a person who takes the Gapjil is that there is something missing. The real rich person don't do it generally. New rich, new rich, upstart used to do it generally. In some case, they want to give back what they did based on their superiority. It gets worse when these people are drawn with power, because a lot of the ways we use it to do it is in the form of Gapjil. You have to work in a horizontal relationship, not in the vertical relationship. If you think it's vertical, you can be rude too easily. You need to know how to make things feel good. Depending on who gives you the same job and same task, you often don't want to do it. A method of speaking empathically and without resistance through not coercive. A method of speaking empathically and without resistance through not coercive. But what's really important is not to be soft enough to make things work. Then you become an incompetent person. You don't think the other person's rejection is naturally cheap, but you should ask them to clarify why. Think of as a process of coordinating opinions. And the manager also need to share all the information he needs. I need to clarify what direction I want to go, the desired result. Lastly, we miss this part a lot. You had to keep a good distance. When you are in a business relationship, you get upset if you are too close, and you get upset if you are too far. You have to take care of it carefully at work until you can check and lead the progress. Praise is also very important. The essential message for employee fulfillment is thanks to you, it's done well. If you are looking forward to the next video, please subscribe and like.